From Sorcery by Terry Pratchett. I meant, said Ipsilor bitterly, what is there in this world that truly makes living worthwhile? Death thought about it. Cats, he said eventually. Cats are nice.
Welcome back to the Reading Room Ruffians, your favorite library podcast. It's Mallory, delivering this sick intro, yo. No, really, I'm sick. My little chinchilla Ariel is here with me.
Cute and cuddly.
Our Supreme Overlord Carla is finally here with our guest author, Chaise Robertson.
Finally.
He's a freshly published big shot author. Woo!
Ooh. I don't know about that, but I appreciate that.
You're welcome. We are recording from our library in Jackson County, West Virginia. We're just going to go right into it. Y'all don't get what we're doing in the library soon, so you just have to come in and see it.
Sounds good. Or check out the Facebook page or something.
Yeah, that's fair, yeah.
All right. So let's get started. We have no questions actually prepared, so this will be a little chaotic. And I also did not give Chaise any warning about what we're going to be talking about. So,
wahaha.
This is what you get for having me as a friend.
I can do it. It's fun. I've practiced improvising. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, you just got your book published.
I did.
Have you sold a lot yet?
Actually, I sold a copy right before we hopped on here.
Yay!
Wow.
That puts me at 90 copies so far.
That's excellent.
That's awesome,
That
Chaise.
is awesome.
Yeah, I've been telling everybody, pass a guy in the grocery store, I'm like, hey, you read? Read my book. I'm going to get a shirt with my book on it. Everybody asks me about my book.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I've been trying to put it out there.
Yeah, I'm hoping to eclipse the 100 mark this weekend. I have a meet and greet at the mall, so.
That's exciting. That's really cool, too.
That's really cool.
Which?
Meadowbrook Mall in Clarksburg, West Virginia.
I know where that's at. Podcast Roadtrip. Oh my God.
I don't know why. We'll get one eventually. We'll get one. We will get one.
She doesn't want to do road trips with us for some reason.
Just think
She's
about that.
just precautious.
Yeah. In a car for hours with these two.
It'd be great. It'd be like high school days all over again when I made you laugh so hard that you almost wrecked the car.
Yeah, we don't want to repeat
Yeah,
that.
If it makes you
do
feel
that.
any
I
better,
want
I'd
you
be
to-
reading on my Kindle.
That's a psychopath energy.
I read in the car.
No.
Oh, no.
Absolutely
Phew.
not.
Sick.
Anyways, back to this book and not her psychopath ways. Okay, so you've sold a lot, obviously. You're doing a meet and greet, which is really awesome. Do you want to come to the library and do a meet and greet here?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Okay, so that's just going to be planned. Anyways.
Yeah, we can do another one. Yeah.
So, do you have any questions about the books that you didn't get to ask last time?
Well, see, I can't remember what you guys asked last time, so I may be repeating myself.
Well,
Well,
really,
that's okay.
we asked like some fairly vague questions
I thought so, because
it
it wasn't
published.
out. Uh-huh.
Yeah, so basically now it's like no holds barred.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil it either.
Well,
It's like something-
people should
they should just read the book.
Yes. 1 million out of 10 recommend.
Where did you come up with the idea of exploring death in the manner you did?
So it was kind of believe it or not, a dark time in my life when I came up with this. My mom actually got diagnosed with congestive heart failure. They told her that she only had like so many years to live. And believe it or not, I was not good at coping with my emotions. So I just started writing. And I was like, if I can kind of make death like not the bad guy, maybe it was going to be a little bit easier for me to deal with when the time came. And so the more I worked on it, the more I wrote to kind of get my feelings out there, just to, not be as sad about it. It started turning into a story that I was like, oh, I kind of like this. I kind of like where I'm going with it. And then it just turned into this story that had all these moving parts that I wanted somebody who is reading it, no matter who is reading it, to kind of get something from it. Because even death can learn to be better. So if Death can learn to be better, the reader can learn to be better. And so far, that thinking and that kind of motivation has come to fruition. A lot of people that have read it have been like, oh, I got something from this. And that's kind of been like the best part. Yeah, I sold 90 copies, but I've had people, feel something from it. I've had people enjoy it like thoroughly. And it's just, that's been the best part, honestly.
That's really cool. I like stories where, and there's not a lot of them, where Death is the character.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the way this one evolved. There were times I didn't like him at all because of some of the past stuff.
Yeah.
But I love the way, I'm just going to say he evolved in it.
Yeah.
Because I'm afraid I'm going to talk too much and give away.
Character development.
Yeah. Yes. I like that.
Yeah, it was really, really great character development.
I love this book. I've talked about it. I've retold the same people about this book.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times. I'm just like, oh, guess what? My friend Chaise read this book. And they're like, this is like the third or fourth time you've told me. I'm like, okay, well, you need to read it, obviously, because it's good.
It's time to read it. Yeah.
I mean, all the characters are like that, though. It wasn't just Death. I mean, there was a lot of development
For all of them.
of them, really.
And they were really real.
Yeah.
Like the characters that you loved them like full out, and then the characters that you loved to hate. And I think,
But even
we
we
all
felt
know.
sorry for them.
I'm still mad about that one.
Yeah, me too.
I can't imagine which
deserved
one
what
you're
he
talking
got.
about, Ariel.
Well, yeah, that one you didn't feel sorry for.
Yeah, no,
No.
not that one. No,
He got what was coming to him.
I didn't feel sorry for him when I wrote it, so
There you go.
Bye.
But yeah, I think that's a real testament to writing a book is your characters and how relatable they are
Yeah.
and how real they feel.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times somebody can write a really great character, but they don't translate well onto pages.
Yeah.
And I'll say like Lev Grossman's The Magicians, 1000%. I hated everybody in that book. Everybody.
No holds
Yeah,
barred,
it's like
everybody.
they're like really deep characters, but I hate them.
Yeah.
Like there's just no getting used to them or liking them, whatever. Anyway, but yeah, like I said, like a huge selling author can't do what Chaise did.
That's
Thank
right.
you. There you go.
I guess.
That was
high
my point.
quality.
Yeah,
He's just not a huge
Compliments
selling
it.
author yet.
not yet. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna get you
Yes.
there.
It's going to happen.
I'm hoping.
For sure.
I'm working towards it. I've made probably many conversations. Like I've steered the conversation into, hey, you seem you like to read a little bit, like the warning labels and stuff. Guess what? You should read my book.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You like to pet cats. You know who else likes to pet cats? Me. You know what I did? I wrote a book. You should read it.
I love this.
Best
So-
way to start a conversation.
I love that.
So I can turn anything into, hey, you know what? Just a few steps and we're gonna get to, hey, I got a book. So
That's what you have to do with
Yeah.
it. It
Yeah.
really is.
Okay, so how much did you change of the book from like what we read
Yeah.
to what is the actual published copy?
I added the epilogue.
Is that it?
Pretty much, like outside of like a few minor things, like just when I was going through editing,
Yeah.
like I think I changed one section with Alpha and Omega. It was Alpha and I changed it to Omega, but outside of that, what you got was pretty well finished because I didn't want to give you guys something that was still under construction in case you're like, oh, I love this. And I'm like, that's cool because now I don't and I'm going to change it.
Now that we're onto that, it's like it was. I didn't look in the book yet. I haven't looked in it. It was the ending we preferred, was it not?
Yeah. I was
Oh,
I was
good.
told specifically by Ariel and
Yeah.
Mallory.
Yeah, I
choose.
told him. I was like, you
Yeah.
better pick it.
Hey, don't feel bad, Carla, because literally all of my test readers, when I asked them which ending should I do, it was very unanimous. So
That's good. Yeah, because it was the perfect ending.
yeah.
But it didn't really end either. I mean, it left it open for more.
Yeah.
So
Which, speaking
it's-
of,
ended, quote
Yeah.
unquote.
I know that you were thinking of writing like a second book to this. Has there been progress on it? And
I've actually
if so,
started-
when do I get to read it?
When it's written. I've started the outline because I've got a pretty good idea of where I want to go with it. And I already have the title. It's called The Welcoming Tales of Life. So, and it's going to be her side and how and it's going to have more, like Death didn't have a whole lot of interaction with her and his side. Her side's going to have a little bit more of their interactions too. So it's going to be a little bit less interactions with human, but more interaction with like the omnipresence.
Uh-huh.
So.
You could even do like extra ones on some of the other characters.
Mhm.
Yeah, like the Four Horsemen.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Yeah. I thought War would make a really good one, but
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I just meant like them as
Yeah.
a group, and then like he could be like the one who.
They could each get
Yeah.
a section, like a whole section.
Yeah.
Look at us, just
We're
planning
writing
your
books
future
for you.
ya.
Yeah.
Let me get my pen and paper.
See, I wasn't crazy about life, so I'm intrigued to see if I'll like her in this one.
Well, you did tell me in the last podcast that it was a challenge for me now to make
Yep.
you like her. So.
Yep.
Mhm.
I remember that.
Yep.
Yeah, because I didn't really like her because I loved Death so much, and I was like, she did him dirty.
She's mean to
Yeah.
him.
She was mean to him, and I didn't like it.
Yeah, I remember I was like, yeah, I'm definitely going to have to write her at least get her to where she's likable.
Yeah,
And I think I could do it.
I have faith in you. You're pretty good at it.
I didn't think she was so unlikable.
I didn't
She was
either.
just, it's a hard relationship.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, she was, well, in the beginning when I wrote her, I had a different like mindset because I was going to have her be like his complete love interest and he was just going to be, googly eyes and everything. But I was like, no, life has not treated me well in the past, so I'm going to make her a witch.
I actually really like that take because there are a couple that you've seen where like life and death are in love and it's just like a whole bit. And that's a great concept. But what if they didn't though? Like what if they didn't love each other? That was a really great concept. It was nice. Well appreciated.
I will tell you that that's kind of how I'm going to keep it in the Welcoming Tales of Life. It's
Yeah.
going to be the more how they are cohesive in their existence and not so much, oh, I need you to be fulfilled. No, I'm not doing all that. I don't
Maybe they could just
That
be
is,
friends.
oh yeah, that
Just
is
be
so
friends.
appreciated. That never happens. Like just one book series.
Yeah. No, I because I've had a lot of people that's like, oh, you're going to make life and death fall in love. And I'm like, no, get that garbage out of here. I can't do that. So. And I'm not bashing like romance, but I mean, I've seen all the tropes that death and
Yeah.
life fall in love.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I got to do something that's going to set myself apart,
Yeah,
not blend into the crowd.
I think that would be
Oh.
a really difficult relationship.
I think so
I mean,
too.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
What,
got
them
a lot of
dating?
big
Or
plans.
Well,
being in love or
Well,
whatever.
yeah, because it's like, you just killed so-and-so and I really like them. What? I mean, I think there could be issues.
I don't know.
I think there could.
I think we could work out. I still don't like her, but I could see where we could make it work. Maybe
I
I'm just
will
dreaming of a life with death.
I'll redeem her for you.
I just like him.
I did too.
Hey, I did too. Crazy enough. Who'd thunk it?
Well, I mean, I would suck to write a character that you hated.
Yeah,
Like, to have that be your main character. Oh my God, I'd kill them all so fast.
I know.
I'm sure that's another challenge I'll take on.
Or you could write a character that you hate and then make all the bad things happen to them. Just make them keep suffering for like 7 books.
That would be so dull.
I mean, I
That's-
guess.
Maybe. It could be fun.
I mean, are you talking about Harry
feel like-
Potter?
I didn't say it.
You don't like Harry Potter?
No,
Oh.
J.K. Rowling didn't, which is why he suffered for 7 books.
Oh my God. She's crazy.
That's fair. Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
You know.
She's crazy.
I feel like that requires therapy at that point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I will admit, though, in a book I'm working on now that I've written a long time ago, and it's being edited for release at the end of the year, hopefully. There was a gentleman in my personal life that, well, let's just say he was not my favorite. And then I wrote him in the book and promptly offed him.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
That's therapy in itself.
Yeah.
We love,
What was it?
karmic inspiration.
Travis said that he had some people at work that he just couldn't stand. So he wrote them
Yeah.
into the book and killed them off. repeatedly because they were different characters. So he could keep killing off the person he didn't like.
Yep.
It's like, oh.
Mine was one and done. Like after I wrote it, I was like, I feel better.
Yeah.
He did, man. He didn't. He brought him back as another character and killed him again.
That's
It's
so
like,
funny.
I mean, there's just people.
Yeah.
Some people just need killing.
Yep. Repeatedly.
I'm not going to condone that right now.
That's okay. You don't have to.
No,
I
you
will.
don't have to.
Okay, good. I'm trying to sell books, remember?
Yeah.
Not get on a list.
Okay, so the book that you're talking about this you're hoping to release by the end of the year, is that the ones that you sent me before, the sci-fi like ones?
Yeah, well, it's not sci-fi. It's kind of, I don't want to say demonic, but it is a little.
That's like fantasy.
Not necessarily. It's fantasy. Mallory, you're probably not going to like it because if I recall correctly, you're talking about people being possessed and stuff.
Possessions are one of my big no-nos, but
I will tell you that in this sense, it's not so much that he's possessed by like this evil entity. It's just he's discovered the darker side of himself and he can kind of communicate with it.
okay. Well, now you've sold me.
I have copies of these that he's emailed me. I'm going to print them off. We're going to read them. I'm not in school this summer. I can do it.
Somebody's been hoarding, and I don't like it.
Yeah, get over it.
Yeah, she has. She's had them since the last time I was on the podcast.
Yeah,
so
I did.
That's been like
I'm
good
not gonna be
7 months.
Don't blame me. I was in school.
I'm going to throw my microphone at you.
But yeah, I've that book, which is called The Unearthing Symbolism. It's part of a trilogy. The second book's called The Endeavor, and then the third book's called The Salvation.
I'm pretty sure I have all three.
I've written all of them, but my writing style has evolved since then, so I'm going back through and editing to the how I write now.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping to have the first one out by Christmas.
That's really cool.
That's exciting.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to have to read.
I have plans for another poetry book by the end of the year, too.
Yay.
That's really cool.
Just
that's quite a bit.
Cranking them out.
Yeah.
Well, I figure if I want people to read my stuff, I need to put it out there.
Yeah.
So
I was very, very excited to get the book in the mail, by the way. I wasn't expecting it. It was a surprise because it was in my Amazon cart to buy.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm just going to buy 2 for the libraries.
Yeah.
hey, that's completely fine. No, I told Ariel when I gave you guys all the book that since you actually gave me feedback and didn't just read it and go, yeah, that was nice. I was like, when it finally gets published, I'm going to give all my test readers a signed copy for free. And so I messaged her and I was like, what's Carla's address? What's Zach's address? And I'd already talked to Mallory, so and she gave me the addresses and then was like, wait, why? And I'm like, up too late, you already gave it to me.
It's a good thing you weren't like a serial killer that had hacked his your messenger.
She was just like, she's like, I fully trust you.
Yeah.
But wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Hold on.
Remind me.
Yeah.
I was so excited to get the book. Like when he sent me the tracking number, and I was like, "What is this?" And he goes, "The tracking number for your book." I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
And then I forgot.
Yep, that's what I did too.
And then something reminded me, and I checked my tracking, and it said delivered that morning. So like I went out to my mailbox at like midnight to get it because I was like, I can't wait until the morning. I gotta go get it now.
Yep. It can't
and
be cold
promptly
outside.
made a post about it.
I remember seeing the post and I was like, oh, that is so cool. That's when I went to Amazon.
Yeah.
And put one in my cart so that when I got paid, I'd get one. But, and then mine came. It was exciting.
A nice little surprise.
Yeah, it was a surprise. A very nice surprise.
Super, super.
I was so excited about it. I don't know what else to talk about. We can talk about your cover.
Yeah. Okay. This book cover.
Okay. You tell me your thoughts and then I'll tell you my thoughts, I guess.
They're not bad. I don't know what you're expecting.
I'm sweating profusely over here.
That was kind of suspicious of me. The book cover.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
About your book cover, like, it's gross. By the
Ew.
I thought it was fairly interesting. Like, I mean, it's just.
I mean, once you know the story, it makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah. Like, you look at it and you're just kind of like, well, that doesn't seem very death-like. You
Yeah.
know, like,
I love the color blue it is. Though.
yeah, it's a really pretty color blue.
I think it
So-
would make you since the title doesn't seem to match what you would think the cover would be. It's going to make you pick it up.
Yeah.
What's this
That's
about?
kind of what I was going
yeah.
for.
What's this about?
Because, like, my thought process was you're going to look at it and be like, all right, well, let's give this a try. And then you read it, and then you're like, when you close it, you're like, oh, that was, oh my goodness, I see the tie-in now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand.
The funny thing was, so I had a professional, like, book cover designer on Fiverr. She was going to make me one. And she was charging quite a bit of money.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to sell some collectibles. And I sold some collectibles. I got her the money. She's like, I'll get you samples in a couple weeks or in a couple days. And then after that, I'll make it in a couple weeks. And I was like, all right, cool. Well, I never got the samples.
Oh.
And then 3 weeks went by. And I didn't hear from her. I was like, hey, kind of want my book cover so I can, start selling this book. And I got left on red.
Mm.
And I was like, okay, all right, well, I'm glad I gave you bukus of money to leave me on red. I have people that can do that for free. And so finally I put in a request to get a refund. And then once that request went through, they have the person has to approve it. I was like, well, great. But after a certain time period, they just automatically approve it.
Mm-hmm.
So then lo and behold, I got a message back. Who'd have thought? And they were like, hey, I've been super sick with my kids for 3 weeks, cool. And I'm like, all right, I understand all that, but like I've messaged you like 6 times and I've not gotten anything back. So I canceled it. And I was a little bit heartbroken because I was like, I want this book cover to look well because this is the first one. This is going to be the one that I'm going to push the hardest because this is what's going to set me up for success for the other books.
Mm-hmm.
And so I found another guy. He was charging like half. And he's like, let me do you a mock-up before you pay. And then if you like it, I'll fully do it. And then I was like, all right, cool. Well, it took him like a week and a half to even get back to me. And so at this point, I'd already given up. And started Googling some stuff and found a website that I could do it for like $50 myself. And I was like, well, I kind of have this image that I like. Let's see. So I played around with it and actually designed the cover myself.
That's awesome.
And a lot of people were like, I really like your cover. Where'd you get it done? I'm like, yeah, that's me. That was all me. Nobody else. And they'll ask me, they're like, is that a door? And I'm like, yeah, it's symbolism. Like you'll see once you get in the book.
Yeah.
And plus it's kind of like when you get into the book, when they open the door and they go on, you're kind of like opening your own door and you're going into another journey of your own. And like all of these things just like ticked all my happy brain boxes. And I was like, yep, I'm just going to go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
So
I like the cover.
Me too.
I was actually pretty proud of the cover, to be honest, because I was like, I don't know if I can do this. I'm not a professional cover dude. I just wrote the book, but turned out all right.
You would think the cover would be easier than writing a book, though.
Yeah,
No.
Yeah.
No, even those
Yeah.
silly little like writing contest books, the covers were
Mhm.
always the hardest to pick.
Yeah. Didn't Travis make both of his, and he
Yeah.
only has the 2 pictures, and now
Yeah.
he doesn't have
Yeah.
anymore?
See,
For the third
I
one.
made the cover for our horror book. That was easy. Maybe I'm a cover girl.
I loved that. I am here for that.
So please tell me you got your money back.
Yeah, I did.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
and then I went and took that money and bought all the collectibles I'd sold with it.
Very good. I was
Good.
worried about that. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, he's had to sell stuff he loves to get.
Ugh.
Yeah, I'd be real big mad.
Yeah, because I was like, well, if I sell it, I can always go back and get it if my book takes off. So, but it all worked out in the end.
That's good.
Yeah.
There was a lot of symbolism in the book, I thought.
There was.
Yes, especially with war.
Yeah.
I liked war. Yeah, I felt really bad for
Pestilence. or-
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, well,
He had it rough, but
He did have it rough. I feel bad for him.
That's the one you hated, but you felt sorry for.
Yeah, like a bratty little kid.
Yeah.
That's kind of how he
just
came
came-
across. Yeah.
Mhm.
He just, he did. That might have been, based on children. but-
ask you if that's somebody.
I think War turned out to be a really strong character, though. I mean, a good, not a bad guy so
Yeah.
much. So, see, I'm going to give it away.
Yeah.
I'm wanting to talk.
Well, it's
And
good.
it's like so.
Yeah, we
Okay, it's been 20 minutes ish, into this. If
We're
they
just-
are
yeah.
listening and they don't want spoilers, they can stop now.
We're just gonna say
and
right
read the
now.
book and then come back and finish
Go
it.
get the book, read it.
Yeah, go get
And
the
then
book.
come back.
Right.
Go get 2 copies
Yeah.
because
Hey, this guy on this podcast, he wrote a book. You should go read it.
Yep. He did.
Yeah.
He did.
yeah, that's crazy. It's going in a library because I hear they have books.
And we will have this one too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we're getting one for either branch.
Yeah. Just got to come
Yeah, I had
in.
a lot of people buy 2 because they were like, I'm gonna keep one on the shelf and then one that I can absolutely just manhandle. And I was like,
Yeah, see,
don't tell me that.
I
Don't tell
have
me
my
that.
one that you signed sitting with my other signed books. Like I have a TJ Clean book and a Holly Black book that both have been signed. So it's sitting with them. And I'm thinking, I want to reread it.
But I don't want to open
But I
it
don't
and
want to mess this
break
one
the
up. So
spine.
I'm probably going to buy another one.
I was thinking, how can I peek at the end to see which one it was without,
So yeah, I'm probably going to buy another one when I get some
You
money.
see me like just peeking at it?
Yeah, just don't break the binding. Like my wife, I gave her one and then she gave me money, but then she bought the Kindle one so she didn't have to break the binding on it.
I forgot I have Kindle. I could do that.
See, that's what I was gonna get mine on Kindle.
Dang, son.
I wanna hear it on
It's like
audio.
5 million
See.
notes.
You can work on that in the future, like audiobooks too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you
Well,
record your
funny-
own audio for TikTok and stuff. Just record your own
Yeah.
book.
Oh my gosh.
I've actually started that. Yeah,
I'm so excited.
because you listen I'm lost for words because it's so unbelievable to me. Like, so when I started sending these out to people, the number one thing I got was, "Hey, I've watched your TikToks. Are you going to do an audiobook?" And I was like, "Yeah, I've thought about it." And they're like, "Are you going to read it though?" But I'm like, "Do you want me to?" They're like, "Yes." And I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, okay." So I guess I really don't have a choice in the matter. So I've started recording chapters and stuff, and I'm gonna put it all together and all that good stuff. My only problem is my range of voices is not that great. So it's
That would be
it's
the hard
something
part.
that I
That
have
is,
to
yeah.
work on. Yeah. So
And remembering
outside
that,
of that-
that's the accent I used.
Yeah,
earlier.
Yeah,
that
that
would
would be
be my
hard. That would be the
problem.
hardest part.
Yeah.
Because
People
I wouldn't
like-
remember.
I've gotten feedback from the podcast that people want me to do audiobooks and stuff, and I'm like, I couldn't remember what I did. Like, I could not.
You could do
Yeah.
memoirs.
I could, yeah.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
I have not gotten any feedback like that because I'm annoying.
Whatever. Whatever.
You may not think I am, but let me tell you, I've been told I'm annoying.
Who said it?
We're not talking about it right now.
Fine.
whoever said it can probably read. And you know what they should read? My book.
I should read your book. Yep.
Yep, they
It's
should.
a talent,
They should
I
read
swear.
it.
Hey,
So-
they might learn something. Who knows?
If you release the audiobook or when you release the audiobook, where are you going to release it through? Have you looked into that at all?
No, that's the problem for future Chase. So
I get that.
Yeah. I wonder, well, see, I don't know.
See, I don't know. How do you do that?
I have
don't
no
know.
idea. I wonder if you could get a hold of the sound booth theater people.
Maybe.
I mean, you could probably work for them too.
Yeah. Oh my
Dang.
gosh.
probably.
They're the people that did
Dungeon Crawler.
and Carl.
Yeah.
Oh my god. If
Yeah.
you haven't read those books, you need to read them.
Wow.
What's the name of them?
Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Listen to him. Just
Yes.
listen.
Yeah, you could listen to them, and they're amazing.
Roller.
They're
The
only
one of the main
available.
characters is a cat.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
They're
Yeah, I
only
figured you would
available
be.
on Audible, but you can also, they're releasing the books again with full cast productions
Yeah.
in the app, like full cast and like
Yeah.
sound effects and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
The guy who did you finished them, right?
Yeah.
Have you finished them yet?
No, I'm still working. I'm slow.
Okay, well one of the characters in the very last book is voiced by the guy, I think it's by
Yes.
the guy. It sounds exactly like him.
Yes, it is.
But the guy that plays Kronk from Emperor's New Groove.
it is.
I want to tell you, when I started reading this book, it usually takes me forever to read books. I'm really slow. I get distracted. I'm off doing something else. I sat down and just did nothing for the entire day and just read that book.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, so that was another, like, there's been a lot of, like, eye-opening things pertaining to this book. The average read time, people have told me, has been like 3 days because they'll get into it and just not want to put it down. And which I'm like, okay, you're my friend, you're probably just saying that. And then they, like, slam their fist on the table. They're like, I'm not just saying that. I'm like, okay. All right. I believe you. Okay. Don't beat me up now. So that's been good.
Yeah.
Because that makes me like feel good about not only something that I've created, but the things that I will create in the future. And so it kind of sucks. Like part of me feels like maybe the book should have been a longer read, but at the same time, as long as it's conveying the message that I want to convey it, I guess it's the perfect length. So
It would normally be a longer read for me, but I started with coffee, took a short, like 20-minute space for dinner. And that was, I read till I was done.
Yeah. Honestly, it's really good to read a book like that once in
Oh
a
my God,
while.
I love it.
don't do it very often.
I never do.
Yeah. That's like whenever I was on my vacation last week, I read a book all in one day and I was like, I don't even know who I am right now. Like, I haven't done that since I was in high school.
Yeah. See, I did it a lot in high school, but I I texted Chase the entire time I was reading it. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Or what is happening here?
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't like this one.
Yeah.
yep. And I'll just be like, just keep reading. It'll all be
Yeah. So he
figured
got
out.
like full commentary
Yeah.
while I read the book. So.
Yeah, see, I read Chase's while we were in New York, and that one, I didn't get to read it all in one day, but that's because nieces and nephews and rainstorms on the boat and all that jazz. So, you got to protect the electronics.
Yeah.
But it was so good. I talked to my mom about it the whole time. I was like, Mom, you need to read this after me. She's like, okay.
I haven't put
that's
an
even
Amazon
better.
review up. I put a Goodreads one.
You did. I got 5 on there so far, so I'm making my way downtown.
I haven't done either. I forget to do that.
Yeah, I'm going to update whenever I actually read your copy, which should be happening soon. So,
Oh yeah, I'm so excited to reread it. I
That's what I
forgot
really
about the
wanna
Kindle
read.
part.
yeah, I really
can
want to
do that.
read.
In fact, you know what? We're just gonna go do it right now
Yeah,
because
you
I'll
can
forget.
also do it in Kindle Unlimited too.
I have that. So.
Yeah. Okay.
I was going to say, I think it's free in Kindle Unlimited right now.
Yeah. And
So-
I can't do that.
well, you can use her.
I'll
You can
have
use
to
her account.
peek. And no, I can't read on the screen like that.
Read for
That's
free.
fair. That's fair. But yeah, I can't wait.
Oh, I have to return
Because like the whole time I got it, I was just like, man, I wonder what he's changed.
Oh, I
and
can
I've
return
I've heavily considered like buying a physical copy and then bringing up the copy that that we've read before you published it and being like, ooh, look at all the things he changed. Like just highlight the things that he changed and things that he didn't. I don't think I'll do that, but that's just to save my own sanity.
There's a few things, but I'd say the biggest change is the epilogue,
Yeah.
which I'm a big fan of because it's still death, but he's now talking to the reader.
I love that.
Oh, yeah. I'm just going to break the spine. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
And like, I don't want to toot my own horn, but when people have read the epilogue, they'll like text me and like give me a quote that they love from it.
Uh-oh.
And there's one specific one in there I think that you guys I think everybody will enjoy because it's very relatable. And that's what I wanted him to do. I wanted him to kind of give the reader like one last, hey, I know you've been here and blah, 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 blah. But yeah, I would say that's the biggest change, but I think it's also probably the most influential change. So
what's the quote?
Don't
I
Leave
guess-
me
I
hanging.
guess you'll-
I need to text me.
you just downloaded the book, go to the end of it.
Yeah.
I don't want to skip ahead.
You want him to read you the quote?
Just the quote. I don't need any other context. Just the quote.
Need any other kind? I mean, I do have a copy right here. I could just tell you, but
I don't need any other context. I just need to know.
Oh my goodness.
I want to know what everybody else is thinking.
okay. You really want the quote? I'll give you a snippet
Okay, snippet.
because I think this will actually kind of help, I guess, people listening if they want to read the book or not. So this is in the epilogue. He's talking to the reader. Because in all the lessons I've learned from my companions and my trials, the greatest one was sometimes the only world you need to change is your own.
That's a good one.
That was a good one.
That's a good one.
That's the one I get messages about.
And there's truth to that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
I don't like how that made me feel.
It's just disgusting how you do that, honestly. Like, oh my God, how dare you?
It hit home, didn't it?
Yeah, mentally stable enough for all that. Thank you very much.
Listen, Ariel, you told me that you love death, and when I was writing the epilogue, I was like, bro, she's gonna straight up marry this fictional character.
You know, it
That's
is
what we do.
That's
You know.
That's what we do. That's what we live for.
Yeah.
Fictional men.
Yeah.
fiction. I mean, they are the best kind of men. So.
They are. They are.
I mean, I do have quite a few book boyfriends and one book husband, so why not have two?
Yep.
But yeah, like, and the epilogue was I have to give credit to my wife, Kathy. She's the one that was like, we were driving, I think we was taking like a short trip, maybe like 2-hour trip somewhere. And she was like, you know what you should do? You should write an epilogue with death talking to the reader. And I was like, I just wanted to stop the car because I was driving. I was like, let me write this down. That's good stuff.
Yeah, it was. It was a great idea.
Yeah.
Yay, Kathy, we love you.
Yes, for real.
Yes. So I was like, all right. And so I
sat.
sat down one day and just cranked it out. And I was like, it was one of the few moments where I'm writing. I'm like, oh my God, this is great. Good job, man. And then I wrote it and I was like, that wasn't me. I don't know who that guy was, but he did a good job.
Oh my gosh.
Man.
Do you have any other, besides the ones that's coming out in Christmas, any other books, like apart from this series and the other series? Is there anything else playing around in your mind?
Yes, I was actually working on one yesterday, like from the ground up. It's called Silence in the Snow. So it's about a man. He goes and he visits all these places that have a lot of meaning to him, and it's in the middle of the night, and he's the only one walking around, and it's snowing really heavily. And so, you know, like when you go outside and there's a lot of snowfall, and you just kind of have that quiet.
Yeah,
It's my favorite thing.
Yeah, that's kind of what the whole book's based around. And so he's using this time as he's going through and he goes to like his old home that he grew up in. He goes to his parents' new house. And as he's doing this, he's kind of going through different parts of his life and talking about how, you know, he had those struggles and how he overcame them and stuff like that. It's kind of like a psychological thriller a little bit. He's the only one in the book. So it's
We
going
love
to be
psychological thrillers.
It's going to be a deep one, though. I will tell you that.
It
So-
sounds deep.
I
but-
did decide to read it. He talked me into it. If I get scared, I'm coming after you.
excited.
Do you have
Listen,
this one
if you
too?
get scared,
No, I
it's
don't
because
have.
you've
I
looked.
don't have this one.
Okay.
I don't
She
think
does
it's
not
done
have this
enough to
one.
have it.
'Cause it's
Okay,
not.
I said,
It's,
how did
it's
you
on
read
like
it?
page.
He
Yeah.
just told me about it.
It's on like page 20 right now. So you're definitely. If you have it, you need to get out of my computer.
No, never.
Oh, dang. He's found out.
You should just send
That's
it
what that
chapter by
pop-up
chapter
was.
to us.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, is that what I should do?
That's what you should do.
Yep.
Yeah, like it'll be like a weekly release of the
Yep.
next chapter.
That'd be awesome.
Yep.
Well,
You guys are rotten.
I guess I'm gonna have to now.
That's great.
We could anytime we had a book chat, we could recap what's been happening in the book.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Then we'd give it all away.
Oh, you know, I just thought of something. You know how I signed up for a table at a library event, and gosh, I think it's October. I really can't remember now. I haven't paid for my table yet, but I got to do that. but I wanted to like promote the podcast.
Yeah.
And I thought, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to, what am I going to have to give out or to show people? I could do the books of the authors we have.
Yeah.
That'd be a great idea.
Oh, yeah.
That would be good.
That was my brief
Chaise is
bit
like,
of
yes, do
inspiration.
that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a fantastic idea.
The library, it's book festival down in Charleston that the Kanawha County Library puts on.
Okay.
So, I mean, there's a lot of people. Oh, that would be something cool.
It would be cool. Is this, are you, okay, so this is a library thing?
Yeah. That's the one I went down and saw Neil Gaiman one year. That's where they have
you're
the
going
authors
to take
come-
Ariel with you?
And Mallory for a podcast road trip.
But I
Sounds
think
like it's inevitable now, Carla.
Yeah, I know. I'll have to give up eventually. But I'm going to hold out as long as I
want
can.
to see Neil Gaiman.
He's not going to be there.
Well,
this
maybe
year.
not this time, but if you keep taking me, he might come back.
Oh my God. Anyway, I just think having the books out would help.
I think it'd be really
It
cool.
would help
Yeah.
the authors. It would help us. It would be like, this is some
that's
cool
really
things
great.
we're doing. So, enter a raffle to win a free book. We can buy the book.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
What do you think? You think that'd work?
I think it'll work.
Well, I have to get off here because I have to go to that museum meeting. So you guys finish talking.
We will.
And I loved your book. I will write a
Thank you.
review. And I never do that either. So I never
Yeah.
sit down and read a whole thing at once or write the reviews, but I'll do that. Because
Well,
it was
I'm just in
excellent.
the top 1%. I'll take
you
that.
are the only one.
Hey, that's even better.
Yeah.
Here I come, pedestal.
I'm glad I got to talk to you this time. I'll talk to you guys later.
Have a good one, Carla.
Thanks. Man, that was great.
It was.
I don't know how you
That's
find time to write all the time.
Me either.
Me
I say as I play Fortnite.
either, really, but
I don't.
I'm a little bit of a night owl too, so that's where most of my creative juices flow is at night. So
How many times do you re-edit stuff before you are like, okay, this is ready for somebody to read?
it depends on what it is. If it's poetry, I might read it over a couple times to make sure the flow is okay, and then I'm like, whoop, there it is. It's out there. So somebody don't like it, it's just poetry.
Here you go.
But
I've always
Here you
wondered
go.
about that. I'm a serial editor. Like,
Oh God, I don't edit crap.
Ariel
I
will
almost
see
said
me.
something bad. But I don't edit crap. I really
you
don't.
don't.
I don't edit my text messages. I don't.
I edit for the both of us.
You do. Anytime I
Yeah.
make something, I'll be like, Mallory, look at this over. Like,
Look at
I don't
this
know.
over.
Sometimes I'll even just retype it.
Like when I text them, I'm like, I don't fix my autocorrects. I'm like, they can figure it out.
Yeah.
yeah, there's been a few times where I'm like, I don't know what you're saying here, Ariel. I can kind of guess, but
I don't.
so I'm gonna answer to what I think you're talking
Yep.
about, and
Yep.
if you're confused, then I got it wrong.
I mean, I think you do pretty well. I mean,
Mhm. Yeah. No. It's like I have to fix my autocorrects because sometimes it comes up with the weirdest stuff. Like,
I don't know. I mean, mine comes up with weird stuff, but
yeah.
my brain just goes too fast for my fingers,
Yeah.
I guess.
Oh
so.
yeah, no, like I'll hit send and then see that I've messed up.
Nah,
That's
most
I
of the
don't
time.
care. I
I'm
go,
just like-
I hit send and then I have a lot of regret.
Oh God, not me. I have no regrets. No regrets.
No raggerts.
No regrets. Yeah, but yeah, like with the book, The Passing Tales of Death, I probably edited it, I read it 4 or 5 times. And then after I got it published and ordered copies, I realized that I misspelled 2 words. And a part of me would not let that go. And so I had to go back and just fix them and then republish the book again and
Yep.
just deal with the misspelled words. Because I was like, I'm not going to be that guy. This is my first book. And it made me mad. But I was like laying awake at night just going, all right. And I threw the covers off, went back upstairs to the office. And
I relate to that on a very deep level, yeah.
I don't at all.
Oh God. See, I think if I were to start writing a book or anything, it would be me just continually editing. I'd have to have somebody be like, enough. And
could do that
even
for
then,
you.
I'd be
I
like,
could do that for
pry
you.
it from my dead hands.
I would
Oh.
just write, and then I'd be like, try to figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit of a hybrid. Like I'll write maybe like 3 or 4 paragraphs, and then I'll go back and read it and make sure it flows okay.
Mhm.
Because my thing is, I'll write everything, and then if I need to add details, I don't add fluff because fluff is pointless in my book. Pun intended. I can't. Like people told me, they're like, you could have put so much fluff in this one, and I was like, I could have, but what was the point?
Yeah.
I don't need to know every little detail about every little person, and then I kill him off in 10 seconds. Like,
Yeah.
Stephen King.
Ugh.
so yeah, I can't. If you read a book from me, it will probably have 0 fluff. Like it'll have descriptive details of like
Yeah.
environment and stuff, but it's not going to be, well, this snowflake looked like my ex, and then they tell you 40 pages about who their ex was, and it's like that's unnecessary to the story, my guy. I don't need to do all
Amazing. It's like
Yeah.
Jesus toast. The
Exactly.
Snowflake X.
Like-
The Jesus toast.
that. Yeah, the snowflake ex. She said she was 1 in a million, but look at all of them. Here they are.
Dang. That's a burn.
That was right off the top of the head, too. I'm proud of that.
I like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
That
yeah,
was
like,
good.
and that's why I had you guys read the book, because I was like, I need editors. I need people to see things. But apparently I did all right, so.
You did great. I
Mhm.
remember, like, I still have the binder at home where I printed off the book and sat there and I wrote
Yeah.
anything. But most of my stuff were like, oh, this reminds me of Chase. Or I hate this guy.
Yeah.
Like, I think there was like 2 or 3 things I was like, wait, what?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I was like, I think I went ahead and texted him about it and didn't even like, but I still have the binder sitting on my TV stand at home.
I don't think I didn't print it off. I read it from my Kindle. I kind of wish I had done that though, because then I could have taken notes.
Yeah,
Like, I
that's-
could have taken notes in my Kindle, but there are times it just doesn't. It stops my flow of reading whenever I'm like in my Kindle and I have to go and make a note on something. Like
Yeah.
if I have a physical copy, it's easier to just keep a piece of paper with me to write down with it.
Yeah, and I will tell you, Ariel, that when you sent me something, I immediately would, if I was at home, I would just go upstairs and be like, if I don't do this now, I will forget.
See, I'm the same way. If I wouldn't go and do it like right away, I'd be like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'll get that, and then it's
Never
gone
do it, yeah.
forever.
Or if you text me when I was at work, I would set an alarm for after I got home, and the title would be like, fix the thing that Ariel pointed out. Because I was not about to just leave it in there, especially if it made no sense. I was like, no, I need to get that thing out of there.
Yeah.
So,
I don't think I could write a book. I really, truly don't. I hate everything I,
think you
write.
could.
Like
It
trying
just
to write
wouldn't be legible.
rude.
You're the one that said you
You're
don't
not
proofread
wrong, but
anyway.
you don't have to call me out, okay? Just let me call myself out, and you just be supportive.
Oh, and supportive that you're right. Okay. You are correct. I'm here on your side, Ariel. Good
Okay.
job.
You know what, Chase? Shush.
If you ever need a friend to let you know, you
We're not
just-
supposed to shush here.
It's after hours. I can shush.
Oh my god.
That's funny.
I mean, honestly though, like I hate everything I write, and like I have to write papers for school, and I don't know how I managed to get A's in my classes because I know how I write. Like I've sent you crap, and you're like, I would fix this. I'm like, too late. I already turned it in.
Oh yeah, she stresses me out with that. Well, I mean, like I know it's my fault because like I don't pick my phone up all the. I have it on silent. It's always on silent, and it's just like whenever I see my phone, I see my phone.
I don't wait though.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I will give you 30 seconds
Yep,
to see my message,
No.
and if you don't see it and start reading, it's getting turned in.
That stresses me out. I mean, it doesn't bother me because, like, it bothers me in the sense that, like, oh man, I should have done this for you.
Nah, I ain't worried about it. If I was not worried about it, I wouldn't turn it in.
Well,
but
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
But I'm not.
That's fair.
It's so funny.
I can't help it.
So if we were to do something here at your library, what would you guys want to do?
We could do a book signing.
For sure, a book signing.
Okay,
And I
you'll
can-
have to give me a couple weeks ahead of time so I can order the books.
Yeah, we've got somebody coming in May.
Yeah, May 18th.
Yeah. So if we did like June or July.
I have a book signing in June at the local library here on the 15th. So as long as it's not that day.
Library tour. No, just me. Okay.
What?
Library tour.
Like,
she
you
said
wanna see the
library
other
tour.
library?
No, like he's going on a
No.
library tour.
Oh.
And like that library is like the first stop, but we're the second that makes it an official library tour.
Ah.
It
It's
does.
like a big
And
party.
then after that, I'll have to, like, in between those two, I'll have to schedule a third.
Yeah.
And then in between the second and third, I got to schedule a fourth. And
Yeah.
just go on a library tour.
That'd be cool.
Actually, it really would be.
Dang. I want to go on a library tour.
Me too.
All right. So library. Right. I'm writing this down. Library tour.
Podcast road trip. Carla's glad she missed that one.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm thinking July here then. So
Yeah. But like preferably not the end of July.
why? Oh, because you're leaving me again?
Yeah.
That's all she does is go on vacation.
Oh,
Well, I don't blame her.
all I
Don't
do.
even- Don't even.
All I do.
Think of how many vacations you've taken in the last 2 months.
I took one vacation.
She takes vacation days.
I have to.
don't-
You're going to have to, or else you're going to lose
I'm
hours.
taking vacation.
I know, but you're not going to take enough.
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Last
Yeah.
year, I lost a lot because I didn't take any vacations. So this year, I had to force myself, and Ariel's mad about it.
Yeah, because she left me.
I took
all the
one
time.
week off for my birthday, okay?
Except for, like all those times during minicom prep.
I didn't take any vacations.
You took vacation days.
When?
Every now and then you would just take a day. And I was like, later, leaving me. You come in and work, but you still took a vacation day.
So I still came into work, huh? While I was on vacation, huh? Listen to her.
I don't.
Listen to her.
I don't think that's vacation. Then
It's
that
vacation.
just sounds
It's
like
not, but
It's
see, it
vacation.
gives
I'm
you the
getting paid
excuse
twice
to be able.
here.
Well, yeah. I mean, I was still getting paid, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, it was
She
like,
didn't have to work the desk
I
that
didn't
way.
have to work the desk. That's why. That's my
Hi,
workaround for
Zach.
that. Oh, hey,
He's on here, but we can't hear him
Yeah.
because...
he's lame.
Wow. Not even here to defend himself yet.
I mean, he's here. He's
Yeah,
just not
he's
talking.
here. He's just not talking yet.
Well, see, I didn't want to talk without recording, and I realized I didn't have my Audacity up, so
Oh.
I almost did that a while ago. It was a great time.
oh, that would have been way worse if you didn't do it.
It would have been way worse. Like, by the way, Chase, send me that recording. I'm like,
Oops.
Well,
yeah.
about that.
Send me your recording first.
And you just listen to it,
No,
fill in the
you-
gaps.
Yeah, exactly.
I had to do that on one episode, actually. It was awful.
Zach, I'm going on a library tour.
A library tour.
Yeah, there's Guns N' Roses are going to be there.
Oh, yeah? How'd you land them?
I
Just luck.
haven't yet. It's a dream, but I'm getting
Oh,
there.
okay. I get you.
They're going to sing, "Welcome to the library. We got books and games."
Man, that's
There
good.
you go. Where's your
That is
parody
good.
about that? That's actually not bad.
I know, right? I just, off the top of the head, man, there's a lot of stuff up there. You missed my really good burn about snowflakes. But
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that was good.
That was good.
I'll have to listen to it on the edit, I guess.
yeah. Hey, Zach, did you get your book?
I did get my book. It came in yesterday, actually.
Okay, good. Just making sure.
Mm-hmm.
Just so you know, Ariel gave me your address before asking what I needed it for, so, you might want to be careful with that.
Thank you,
You know.
Ariel. He could have been trying to murder me. We don't know.
You know what? It's okay because I'm your, what's the word?
Beneficiary.
Beneficiary? Yeah. Yeah.
So, Chase, if you need some money, we can work
Yeah, I don't-
together.
I can't do that to one of my test readers, so
There you go. A man of
yeah,
integrity. At least somewhat.
exactly.
Unlike Ariel. Getting me
I'm
killed
your
off
man.
as
She's
Definitely not
definitely
ma-
not a man of integrity.
get all that
I was going to
payout.
say she's not a man of integrity.
Nope.
I'm a
Clearly.
woman who gets what she needs. So, there.
Zach, we've been talking about all kinds of stuff, man. You've missed it.
Mm-hmm.
I did miss it. I had a meeting.
anything?
No, I
for
literally
him?
just got out of my meeting. Did have one question, I guess, in general. So you published this recently on I'm guessing Amazon, right?
Correct.
Okay. Are you doing a hardback version?
I've been asked that, and I am going to do one probably in the next few months.
Okay, when you do it, ping us, and I'll pick one up because I like the hardback versions as well.
Okay, I can do that for you.
Yeah, I always like to go for those. Did you make the cover
That was
yourself, by the way?
Hardback.
I did actually.
I like the
That's-
design. It's nice and simple.
Thank you. I told the whole big spiel that I had professionals doing it, and then they left me on red. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to try to do it myself. And then lo and behold, the book, it came out. I thought it turned out really well. It's got a lot of symbolism to it, especially if you read the book.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And it was kind of like what they pointed out, that you're going to look at it and be like, this cover doesn't really have anything to do with death. I wonder what that's about. I'm going to pick it up and see.
Yep.
So,
Agreed.
So I'm hoping that's how it turns out, but my brain also doesn't work like the general public, so we'll see.
That is fair because we are neurospicy.
Neurospicy. That's a term.
It is.
I mean, I like it.
It's nice.
And
Neurospicy.
And I guess another thing, when was the actual release date of the book? Is it just came out, or?
Yeah, it's March 31st.
Oh, so it's been out
about a month now.
Cool.
He's
Yes.
sold 90 copies already.
Excuse me? What? 90 copies? That's not bad.
I've been promoting it pretty hard.
Where you been shilling this at? Dang.
I had 67 pre-orders, and then I've sold 23 on Amazon.
Not
That's
bad at
wild.
all.
That's so good.
So
That's excellent numbers.
and I have a meet and greet this weekend at the mall.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping to eclipse the 100 mark at least.
That'd be
I
dope.
really
Yeah.
want to go to that.
Yeah. That's awesome
I don't know
news.
if my car can make it that
Thank you,
far,
man.
though.
You need to get in touch with Travis and tell him how you're selling stuff, because he seems to be having
Chase
some
has
issues
got
sometimes.
Chase has got a great way to sell
Yeah,
his
he
book.
does.
It's
Okay.
fantastic.
I do. It's called I call it the redirect.
The
So-
redirect.
You said you went to a meeting.
Yes, I was in a meeting.
Were there people there?
There was a lot of people there.
Can they read?
I think so.
You know what they should read? My book. It doesn't matter what it goes to. I can redirect it to my book.
There you go.
My example was somebody be like, I like cats. And I'm like, you know who else likes cats? Me. You know what I did? I wrote a book. You should read it.
Yep.
We gotta start doing this with the podcast more often. You know.
Yeah, we
I
really
know.
should. We really should. Man, that would sound good on the podcast. What podcast? Ours.
Hey, did you know we do a podcast?
Exactly.
It's great. We have great authors on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See? It's fantastic because then eventually either A, people will buy the book, or B, they'll stop talking to you. Both are wins.
Exactly.
I feel
that.
Oh my
feel
god.
Yep.
They'll be like, Chase, listen, we've been friends like 12 years, and every time I say something, I'm like, yeah, well, have you bought it yet? No. All right, then, well. You know what friends of 12 years do? They buy each other's books.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't even get my friends of 10 years to listen to a podcast that is free. I don't know how I can actually pay.
Wait, does
$5
Derek
or
not
something.
listen anymore?
Derek hasn't. I don't think he's listened recently. Derek, if you are listening to this now, I'm calling you out. You have
Shame.
You got to get
Oh,
caught up on
God.
this, bro.
I
Shame.
am personally offended.
Like
You
the
let
other
him
ones,
know
they're
that.
just not doing it. You know.
Shame.
Yeah, well, I don't think any of my friends listen.
My brother listens, and that's it, probably.
Savannah and Grace don't listen.
No. Because
How
they
dare
keep
they?
keep
How
stopping to
dare
read the books like weirdos.
Excuse you. Read faster.
We do
I
this
love how
weekly.
we
You
tell
gotta
people to
read
do
it.
that, and then
faster.
having they do it.
That's funny. Just read faster.
Oh,
Like, come on.
Yep.
You got
Just
free
read
time.
while you listen
That'd be
to
fine.
us.
Yeah.
It's easy.
God.
Oh, God.
How dare.
That's funny.
So, am I correct in thinking that Mama missed this episode as well, or
No,
She was
she
just a
actually
part of
just
it.
left a few minutes ago.
Yeah, she hopped out just a few minutes before
was
you came
here.
in.
okay?
She told him how great his book was, and he got all big-headed about it.
Mm-hmm.
I did. I'm on a pedestal right now. You can't see it.
I believe
It's
you.
wonderful.
I believe you.
She said that my book is the only one that she's read in one day, and she's going to leave me a review. So
Oh, that's right. I have it. Is it
Even
on
if I-
Goodreads now? Was it on Goodreads
Yeah.
before?
It is. It's
Yeah.
on Goodreads. Well, no, it wasn't before, but it is now, and it's on Amazon. So you can leave a review there too if you'd like. Hint, hint, wink, wink.
Oh, I'm gonna. Put
I
it
need
in
to
the
double
set
eyes.
one.
graph.
Oh, yeah. Do
Yeah,
that.
I'll do that whenever I go
I'm
home.
going to click the want to read button so I can actually write something later.
Yeah, I need to go on Amazon and leave a review.
Yeah, I always forget to do the Amazon ones. I always do Goodread ones.
Yes, please do. It'll help me out tremendously because, and it's funny too. I didn't know I get royalties. Like, so let's say you get the book on your Kindle Unlimited. I get royalties based on the number of pages you read.
Yeah,
Yeah.
apparently you have to stick on a page for like at least a few seconds, and then if you turn the page, it
Yeah.
counts. So
Yeah, I didn't know that. Because I was wondering, I was like, I haven't had a book sale, but my royalties are going up. I'm not complaining, but what's the algorithm here?
Kindle Unlimited, people love it.
Yep.
They
They
do.
will devour books.
And apparently that's what, Travis said that he makes good money on Kindle Unlimited. Because, I mean, the turnaround for the hardback and the paperback is a little bit less than in Kindle Unlimited. Because it's like, what, a penny per page, did he say, or something like
I
that?
think so.
It works out to be something like that. So yeah, people,
Yeah.
I mean, they read your book. It's about $3-4 for you. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And like I was telling them, Zach, was I've had people buy 2 copies because they'll buy a copy to keep on the shelf and then a copy they can maul. So
I've been tending to do the whole, I buy a physical copy of something. So that's why I was saying once your hardback comes out, let me know and I'll buy a physical copy of that so I can put it on the shelf as well. And then I just get the Kindle Unlimited copy to read. Actually, if I want to read something I haven't done before. I mean, I've obviously read this book, but hey, it's been a while now. Have you changed much from the copy that you gave us a while back versus this one?
I like I told them because that was one of their questions,
Yeah.
their first question. So you guys
Gosh,
are
you are
on the
so
same
behind,
wavelength.
Zach.
I'm sorry, I've been gone for an hour.
No, you're good. You're good. There's minor changes, like nothing like story, but I did add an epilogue, and it's where Death is talking to the reader.
Okay, well, if nothing else, I'll check that out.
He's going to do an audiobook too.
Oh, really? I
Yes.
think that'll actually really help doing an audiobook. You do self-read or?
Yeah, I've had a lot of people in request for the audiobook. They request that I read it. So
I could see that
I
doing
don't know
pretty
why.
well.
They like his
Mhm.
voice.
yeah, that's from what I hear. It's a good thing. So,
Yeah. If you can
but yeah,
if you can get that out. People love audiobooks. I mean, I personally
Mm-hmm.
yes,
most of my consumption is through audiobooks. It's difficult to find time to read even though I love reading, you know.
Yep.
yeah. I've had a lot of people be like, "Hey, put it on audiobook, and I'll listen to it twice." And I'm like, "All right, whatever."
I'll pick that up too.
He's just like, "However you do it, man, I'll get it."
I'll get
That's
it.
fine.
I'm all about supporting authors, especially ones I know.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, I'm glad. My mom tried to get me to give her a free copy, and I told her no, she had to pay like everybody else.
I mean, that's
So-
fair.
Oh,
She
Yeah.
should
She's
support
like,
you,
"What about the famous-"
mother.
Yeah, come on. I'm a struggling artist. And the thing is, she reads like 2 books a day from all these other famous people, and I'm like, you buy their books, buy my book.
At least pick it up on Kindle Unlimited
Fair.
so you can get
Yep.
those click-through royalties.
Yeah,
you
at
know?
least-
Come on.
Like, she ended up buying hers and my aunt's, so
That's something.
you know,
Yeah.
it worked out for me.
well, I'm going to have to go here in a minute because my children are back.
Oh, the babies.
That'll do it.
Yep.
The babies.
The babies.
Cool. I did need to get back to work. I was just hopping in here briefly, but we got a good solid 13 minutes in.
Well, we have an hour and 5, so
There you go.
All right. Well, before we go, Chaise, thank you again for coming on here. If you want to plug your socials, anything like that, go right ahead.
I do have a Facebook page where I post up all my updates. It's WC Robertson. You can go there. I have a TikTok. It's under the same name, WC Robertson. I read poetry and I'll read snippets of the books and stuff that I'm writing there. And I have an Instagram. I haven't changed the name of it to the WC Robertson, but it's at the Bowtie Narratives. I post some stuff there too. So slowly getting more into the social media because That's actually helped my sales quite a bit is people sharing. So you go visit those. It'd be great. If not, whatever your loss. So.
We love it. All right. So our next episode, we will be discussing my I did this again. My nonfiction. That's the third time I've done that. My nonfiction pick, I'll Be Gone in the Dark by Michelle McNamara. Followed by my deep dive book, Rolling in the Deep by Mira Grant. Then we'll be doing a new book chat. And then Ariel and I will be bringing you a curiosities on mermaids and lore alike. Yay!
Ooh.
We hope you enjoyed today's episode. It is time for us to sign off. But before we go, only the best libraries have librarians who don't shush you.
Unless it's after hours.